that happened between March and May, pretty much, and so then once we got through May, and then we were figuring out graduation in the summertime, and then when we had more time to kind of plan for what this year looks like, and as you both know, that this year was a couple different iterations of the schedule where we started virtually, then we were in a split schedule, and then we're kind of transitioned to where we are right now, which is I'd say about a 3/4 schedule, and but then what that also allowed us to do though over the summertime was to do professional development with our staff, because everything was so on the fly, and it was very much triage mode actually for fourth quarter, but we had the summer and then coming in, I think everyone felt better prepared coming in August as to what the daily classroom experience was going to look like. And then also, for the teachers did a remarkable job in terms of being flexible and going from an all virtual environment to an environment where you have some kids at home on Zoom and then other kids in front of you at the same time, and then you're teaching the same lesson to the same period twice a day, and all things considered, I thought it went really, really well under the circumstances, and that our teachers did. I mean, and the main reason for that is the flexibility and creativity of our teachers.
Obviously, having to learn to adapt and be flexible to multiple types of or forms of teaching, and also being able to change at a moment's notice with whatever the administration decides is best, in terms of having students virtually or in person or a mixture of the two. And then being able to adapt your whole teaching style to try and accommodate for that, and also to change the style of lessons to try and help students the best that we can, because they're also facing the same kind of situations. So just trying to be flexible and as accommodating as possible is something that all teachers have come in contact with or tried to manage during this time.
I was on spring break with my high school kids, and all of a sudden, and we had heard about COVID probably early March. We didn't really make any plans to stock up inventory in the grocery store, ahead of that. So I'm out of town, and then that's kind of when the world went crazy, right? And the stock markets went nuts, and panic buying set in. So we immediately, it was on a Thursday, I believe, where all of a sudden people started, coming to the store because they wanted to stockpile. So it was similar to a snow scare. You get information from your favorite weatherman and weather person, and boom, they run to the store and stock up because they think they're going to be holed up in their house for 2 weeks.
So our initial reaction was planning. We had the luxury of being in the Midwest here, so everything, whether it's fashion, music, trends, anything, and pandemics start on the East or West Coast. And we see what they do, and it moves its way into the front. So from the onset, we saw Washington State, and we knew what they were going through. We knew it was hitting elderly faster. We knew it was hitting skilled nursing facilities faster, and we knew from China and Washington that we knew was a highly contagious pathogen. What ended up coming out of there is a giant planning stage that we housed in the city of Clayton. We brought in the area fire chiefs, the area medical officers, Washington University Physicians Group, the state medical director for EMS at the time, St. Louis County Office of Emergency Management. They all met in this room, and we pretty much hashed out which was the first formal document that we've ever had in St. Louis County for infectious disease responses. It's no surprise, 90 some odd municipalities in St. Louis County, 42, 45-ish fire departments, fire districts, none of them with the same playing grounds. So we were able to fashion that meeting and decide out what we wanted to do as a unified response to begin from everywhere from the dispatch call taking down to our level of response, what we were going to wear, how we were going to decontaminate the ambulance, how we were going to get patients in the hospital, how we were going to notify the hospital, and then make sure everything was still clean on a daily basis. From there, that just kind of snowballed into what we saw the rest of the time.